This first stage. The main thing to grasp...
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This stage in the Netherlands, with its featureless terrain, seems destined for sprinters. But beware, the wind could be a spoiler and create gaps when the peloton hugs the coast at the end of the day.
Go, go!
1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
The breakaway is widening the gap. It's good for us since we've got a guy up front.
The time gap with the head of the race is stable. The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing. The breakaway is losing ground.
Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV. The head of the race is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. The breakaway is beginning to look dangerous. You better start riding, guys.
The riders are now entering the feed zone. They will be able to pick up something to eat. Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady. The second intermediate sprint is approaching. The winner will pocket 20 points in the green jersey classification.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
The race will now follow the coast and take wide roads exposed to wind.
Watch out, guys. We're coming to an exposed zone. As expected from the briefing, there's wind. Stay up front.
Last time check with the breakaway, 1 minute. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race. Another 15 kilometers to go before the conclusion of this first stage.
Ten kilometers from the finish for the leaders. It's going to be complicated. Okay, I'll consume a feed. Five kilometers for the breakaway. It should have enough of a lead for the stage victory. Collective fall. It may create gaps.
Only 3 kilometers left. The peloton is bearing down on the escapees.
The breakaway is at the red pennant. Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
We really messed up this stage. We were aiming for a stage win. Hi guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. With a flat route that harbours no difficulties, today's stage is destined for the sprinters, and we should see a mass sprint in the streets of Saint-Amand-Montrond. Contrary to habit, this stage is not one, but 2 intermediate sprints. This should allow the baroudeurs to score plenty of points towards the green jersey. The peloton has caught up. There's no more escapees.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The first climb of the day is classified as 4th category. There will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings. A new climb is approaching for the head of the race. Once more, there will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings.
The breakaway is widening the gap. It's good for us since we've got a guy up front.
The time gap with the head of the race is stable. The breakaway is losing ground.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway. Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV.
There will be 1 point to be had towards the polka dot jersey at the top of the next climb. The breakaway is losing ground.
The head of the race is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
Ten kilometers from the finish for the leaders. It's going to be complicated.
"5 kilometers. It will be very complicated for the breakaway. If it manages to hold off the peloton, it will be a real exploit."
rider! You've got to sprint!
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud him loudly. He is in sparkling form and you can clap him loudly. Here's the green jersey of this stage.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the... It's the final stage, guys. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it...
Hello everyone. As they do regularly on Paris-Nice, the riders will firstly face the Mont du Beaujolais before venturing onto the more gentle but lengthy slopes which lead to the finish in Saint-Étienne. The approaches to the home of Les Verts could smile upon candidates for final victory in the points classification. The peloton has caught up. There's no more escapees. The peloton has just joined up with a breakaway.
There are riders in trouble behind. They should be able to catch up if the tempo drops. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
A good ruler, he doesn't really have a strong point that would scare opponents. Attack at the head of the peloton.
He is the winner of the intermediate sprint. There's a good few people at the front of the race. That must be why he's pushing his team. Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. When you have a very good sprinter in the team, it makes sense to stick with a breakaway in order to favor a mass sprint and vie for the stage win. Unless, of course, a rider from the team is present in the breakaway. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady.
Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV.
If teams want to avoid a sprint finish, they'll now have to start laying down a heavy tempo in order to tire the sprinters. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
Ten kilometers from the finish for the men in the lead. They can believe it's possible. Five kilometers for the breakaway. It'll be tight for the stage victory. The yellow jersey was in danger, but he's once again leading the overall standings. He's just fallen. It will be difficult for him to be part of the sprint. Big crash in the peloton. Go, 1 kilometer. You've got to give everything in the sprint.
A few minutes ago, he was the first across the finishing line. We can say that everything is going well for him. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors.
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived...